Good afternoon. It's Immigration Attorney Christian Zeller. It is Tuesday, January 26, 2021, and I am reporting from my home office. Today, I have two important updates for you. The first is about the H-1b registration process, and the second one is a travel restriction update. First, the H-1b registration. As you know, President Trump has put this new rule into place that only the highest paid H-1b workers would be allowed to register for H-1b visas. And now President Biden has frozen former President Trump's high-wage H-1b rule for 60 days. Now, what does that really mean for you? Now, this means that we have to wait and see what happens, because the 60 days will end on March 21st, which is just 9 days before the H-1b submission period is actually going to start. However, the USCIS by law has to notify the public 30 days prior to the actual registration period as to what they will do. So at this point, all we have to do is wait. And hopefully I have better news for you and good news for you about the H-1b registration process within the next 2 weeks. I will certainly keep you posted. Now, our second update today is about the travel restrictions to the United States. As you know, former President Trump has restricted travel from a number of countries to the United States and has rescinded most of those restrictions prior to leaving office. However, President Biden has now put all of those back into place. What does this mean and what is it? The original countries with the travel restrictions remain the same, and those are all of the Schengen countries in Europe, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Brazil, Iran, the People's Republic of China, and starting on January 30th of this year, it will also include South Africa. Now, keep in mind, it has nothing to do with your nationality. It's your geographic location that puts you within the purview of the travel restrictions. And that means you cannot enter the United States if you have been in any of those countries within the last 14 days, unless you have received a national interest exception, which you can apply for at a US consulate or embassy in the country where you reside. Now, this restriction, of course, does not apply to United States citizens, to green card holders and their families, to members of the armed forces, and a few others. Now, most importantly, starting today, January 26th, every person entering the United States must either have a negative COVID viral test, not older than 72 hours, or a medical note that you have had COVID and that you have recovered from it. This also applies to United States citizens. So you must show this before you board a plane to the United States, either the negative COVID test or that you had COVID and that you recovered from it. If you can't demonstrate that, you're not going to board a plane to the United States. Now, keep in mind that a negative COVID test or having recovered from COVID is not going to get you around the travel restrictions from the countries I mentioned previously. That 14-day rule still applies. Only a national interest exception gets you around that. So there you have it. That's your H-1b and travel restriction update for today. Stay tuned, and I will keep you posted. Bye-bye.